So if you're watching this video, my heart truly goes out to you. I am so very, very, very sorry that you're experiencing this right now. And the reason I want to make this video is to help you feel less alone. What I want to share with you are the things that I actually learned from my miscarriage, and specifically 3 spiritual lessons and tools to help you through this really difficult, trying time in your own life. Just about 1 year ago, I suffered a miscarriage, and knowing that I wasn't alone in that experience was absolutely life-saving. Knowing actual people, whether I knew them or not, and knowing that they had had a healthy baby or a rainbow baby after experiencing that miscarriage was vital for my life force. So my intention is that this video will help you as well. I've always believed, as a spiritual coach and a spiritual teacher for over 10 years, I've always believed in my soul that pregnancy loss is primarily the result of incorrect timing. It's just the timing is not right. And it's so hard to accept that, especially when it happens to you, but I've always felt this from my soul. Anytime I've ever learned of anyone experiencing one, I've always just felt it's just not the right time. It's just not the right time, whether for the family or for the soul of the child. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes there really are physical blockages that you need to work on with your health. But from a spiritual perspective, I believe that. And so when this happened to me, I had to really look in the mirror and like, Alisha, do you believe for real what you teach or what you believe? Is this true still, even though you're experiencing it? And as painful as it was, I still believed it. I still believed in my heart that the timing just wasn't right. Now, I want to read to you a paragraph from Emily's book on spirit babies, specifically with timing and fertility challenges. She says, "As humans, we are obsessed with time. We might feel we are behind schedule or that time is running out. While we might think we are simply operating on our own time clock, quote, I want to be married by 28, have my first child by 30, a second child by 33, etc., we tend to forget that we are mostly moving on the clock of the universe's time, as well as the timing of other souls connected to us, including that of our future children. I would say the most common response I get from souls whose parents are trying to conceive is, the timing just isn't right for me yet. I understand that this can be incredibly frustrating and confusing for many families, especially if they personally feel ready. One of the affirmations I offer to these families is the following: I trust in the intelligence of my spirit baby's timing. This is a powerful way to surrender to the process and let your baby know you trust them and that you are ready whenever they are. Now, the second lesson that this loss taught me was that as much as I take immense pride in my health and taking care of myself, I can't control everything. And that's a hard lesson when you think you've surrendered, of having to do it even more, of having to release control even more, of having to say, universe, take the wheel. My hands are off. I'm not in control of this. And when you're in the fertility journey, that is one of the most frustrating parts, is that you can't control it. And it feels so heavy because you're planning your life, right? This is just, it's such a big deal. It can feel like such a big deal, which I'm sure you know as you're watching this, because you want so badly, or you believe so badly you're meant to have, this many kids or not. And when that's not happening at the rate that you believe or perceive it to be, it can feel so debilitating. It's one of the most painful experiences I've ever gone through in my life. So again, my heart truly goes out to you. And for me, the spiritual lesson was kind of bringing it back to a higher perspective of I'm not in control of this, and I have to trust the timing of the universe for my life. One of my mentors would always say, for years and years, that helped me in my path, was your plan sucks. Trust in the universe's plan for you. Trust in what is unfolding for you. Trust in the timing of your life. And this is just another way to apply that, and another area to apply that, even though it's very, very hard at times, which I completely understand. The third thing that I learned as a result of this was the ability to communicate and connect with the soul of my baby. And this was a very healing practice for me. It might not be for you, but I do have a feeling that it would be for you because you landed upon this video. And what you can do is tune in. Just close your eyes, tune in, meditate for a few minutes, and ask the soul of the baby that is no longer in your uterus to come forward and share what it is you need to know. Or ask them for a sign. Will they come back? Are they okay? Find ways to deeply communicate with the soul of the child. And when I did this quite often, I heard multiple times, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back. And so when I did conceive a few months later, I knew she's back. But at the end of the day, I want you to trust your intuition. I want you to trust yourself and give yourself as much time as you need to heal. Okay? There's physical healing that you need to do. Pregnancy loss is very much in the middle of both a heavy period and giving birth, right? And so the recovery phase is really, really important on a physical level, because that's going to help you feel nourished enough to be able to move forward, right? And whatever that means or looks like for you. So physically, for me, that I would encourage you to do for sure are nourishing foods. So a lot of bone broth, a lot of animal protein, eating a lot and plenty of really high quality fats. Very, very, very important. Reducing and kind of staying away from alcohol and sugar and inflammatory foods to help your body recalibrate. I went to an acupuncturist several times to help my body heal afterwards. So if you're able to do that, highly encourage going to an acupuncturist. Massage can be really powerful, and really be gentle and easing into your workouts, okay? You want to treat this like an actual recovery. And so anything that you need to do that is soothing, that isn't too rough on you right away, is really, really important. Get plenty of sleep. Say no to a lot of social activities and just cocoon. Stay home and heal. Sleep more, eat nourishing foods, rest, allow yourself to process and cry. Now, this doesn't mean to stay in it, for years and years and years, but it is a long process. And I remember feeling frustrated with myself that I wasn't able to move on from it as quickly as I wanted to. It was still very, very heavy for me every single day. And so I reminded myself, and I want to remind you, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Talk about it if you want and feel that that's healing for you. For me, that was incredibly healing to talk about it with my family members. It felt worse to not talk about it and to pretend like it didn't happen or to avoid it. That felt way, way worse, even though it made everyone else uncomfortable when I talked about it. But giving details and talking about it and asking them to be able to hold the space for me with, people that I trust was a very healing part of the journey for me, okay? So I trust that this was really, really helpful for you. I know you landed on this video for a reason. My heart goes out to you. Trust in the journey. Give yourself time. Give yourself space. Nourish yourself. Mother yourself back to healing. And I know you are strong enough to continue on your fertility path and journey. I believe so much for you. You've got this, okay? You can check out more information about how to work with me in the description below. Specifically, I offer individual, single, spiritual healing coaching sessions. So if you want to connect together, we can do that, okay? So much love to you. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Namaste.